Man, yeah, the sound is definitely something new to me.
This is my first 2020 wide-body Challenger Hellcat ride.
Okay.
I got to tell you.
Well, let's see.
I'm excited.
Hopefully it's impressive.
Yeah, know I'm sturdy like a Millie Rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket, don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket, it sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the knock. Russell Wilson way I get low and stay in the pocket. I get paid to do.
Well, good morning, Fstgato fam. It's super early again. It's our last morning in Colorado. As you can see, I got the Gato behind me here. And we're gonna be going and meet my sister for breakfast, one of them, and one of my brothers. And you know, I just figured that it's gonna be the last morning here, so we might as well get that cold start for Colorado one more time. Chilly here, so it's really a cold start this morning. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, we'll probably get a couple shots heading back maybe. We're gonna be heading into Utah today. I'm gonna meet another fellow YouTuber over there. Really cool dude. He's got a new car, so we're gonna be getting a first look at that. Like, he hasn't even released it yet, so that's kind of awesome. I don't even know what it is yet. Like, he hasn't even told me, but Swayze is his name. I'll put all of his information in the description, but we're gonna jump on the highway and start this journey back to Arizona today. So catch you guys later.
Parlay in the house, you know what he doing.
What's up, Fstgato fam? I'm in Utah. We talked about it this morning. I'm here with the special guest. We're not going to pan over there yet. Let me tell you though, it was worth the drive. You see the Gato in the background here. Kind of park, got beautiful scenery out here in Utah. We're in Green River. I know you probably have to look at a map to find this place, but don't blink. But we're going to pan over here because I don't even know if I should show you. I got to just cut over here. So this is Swayze, right?
Swayze, yep.
And spell it out for me.
SCHWAYZ_. I usually wear the shirt, but I had in the watch.
It's the same on YouTube.
Same YouTube.
And Instagram.
Yep.
Everything's the same, but
Same old, same.
as much as I'd like to talk to him right now, we got to get this car in here. And this is the new 2020 Widebody Challenger Hellcat. And what is this color called?
So this is the Raisin color.
Raisin.
Raisin.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it is.
What better name for a color on one of these cars, right?
Dodge with their colors name.
So with these tires, are they the same on the front as they are on the rear?
Yeah, I believe
so,
the 305's front and back.
So you can actually rotate these right now.
Should be.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I don't get that luxury with the staggered wheels.
I know. I had the same with my Scat Pack. I couldn't even rotate them left to right.
Yeah. Yeah, because of the pattern.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I've had it for less than a week. So tomorrow will be exactly 1 week.
So you had the Scat Pack shaker, Destroyer Gray.
Yeah.
So what finally made you make the jump?
I don't know, man. I've wanted this car. I've wanted a Hellcat since it came out in 2015, as did everybody when it came out.
But you could only get one in a 6-speed in 15, right? That was the thing with that.
True.
And that's kind of what deterred me away from it.
Yours is 17?
Mine's a 16.
Yours is a 16.
So 15. That was the first year they came out. So that was the only year you could get with this. They all came 6 speeds, right?
Okay, got it. Yeah, you're right.
So 16 was when they came out with the 8-speed automatic.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, ever since it came out, man.
Yeah.
They changed the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, and so that's really what got me into Challengers and Mopars, and kind of partially into the channel that I started, because I mean, I had a Mercedes C300 before, and
luxury car.
Yeah, it was a luxury car. It was fun because I would make videos about the Challenger in that car.
Right.
And because the Hellcat kind of spurred my interest, and then 2018 came around, and I finally had the opportunity to get a Challenger, and so I couldn't afford a Hellcat, so I went and started looking for kind of the next step down.
Right.
And I really like the Scat Pack. And so,
but that's the transition phase that everybody talks about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you have to, let's flip this around here. So whether you got to start at a V6, whether it's an old Challenger, Charger, new, old, we always talk about, speaking things into existence and manifesting things, and everybody starts at different spots. Like, this was not my first car. Obviously, this was not your first car, right? Like you have to start at different points and different, everybody just build it up, right?
Totally agree, man. And then you learn to respect it a lot more.
Yeah.
Because if you had it from day one, you'd be like, oh, you don't know any different.
Right.
But when you start out at a lower level, you're like, okay, you learn to appreciate those next little
blood, sweat, and tears.
So finally, I guess I mean, like I said, I've wanted it for a while, and then, because of the pandemic and stuff,
right.
I was talking about it, used car prices are going up, and so I figured if I'm able to sell my car right now and get a little bit more than I would, a few months from now or a few months ago, maybe I do that and put that into a Hellcat.
Right.
So I'm running amazing specials on it, and so it kind of all just worked out that I was like, all right, let me. I'm not
right, a special on a Hellcat though is different than a special on a regular car, right?
True, yeah.
They make it sound like a special.
Yeah.
It's a special car, but not such a special price.
Yeah, they're definitely making money on it.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah, they're keeping the platform going.
Yeah, no, they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I remember you doing the live and talking about that the 9%. Right, increase on used cars.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's funny, because like Dodge has been calling me. They're like, oh, hey, your car's due for a service, and by the way, are you interested in selling it right now? And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. Yeah. And they're offering like ridiculous amounts, you know what I mean, to get. They just don't have the inventory for it.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I flew out to Colorado to get this one, because in Utah they don't really have any.
Right. And I have to tell you, me coming from Arizona, I drove, it's about 11 hours to where my sister lives. And I did not see one other Hellcat from Arizona all the way to where I was at in Colorado. None.
Yeah, and you drove through Utah, same route.
All the way. I came up through Bluff, Blanding, Monticello, then hit Moab.
Yeah, I want to say the Mopar community in Utah is big, but then you don't see very many Hellcats.
Right.
Like, you see a lot of Scavs.
I've seen a lot of Mopars.
Yeah.
But not a lot of Hellcats.
No, exactly. And they just don't sell too many, it seems like, because I couldn't find one.
I wonder if that's weather related, or if it's, you know what I mean, if it's just not feasible.
Like
right. Yeah, so these things, they're called sleds for a reason.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine driving mine in the snow. No. So how much? So you're from Salt Lake City, right?
Yeah, Salt Lake City.
And so how much snow do you get there?
I'm more in the mountain areas too, and I mean, a couple feet every.
Does it melt fast?
Not that fast.
Not that fast. So this baby's going to be in the garage for a couple months out of the year, huh?
It is, yeah.
I got you.
I try to drive them as much as I can when the snow is like plowed and stuff.
Right.
The salt's cleaned up. But out maybe once every couple weeks. Like there's been times where a whole month I haven't driven it just because the weather's just been bad.
Yeah, I kind of get. I try to not drive mine, but living in Arizona, I'm kind of blessed with the weather aspect. So
I'm jealous.
I get a lot of driving months. You know what I mean? I don't really have to deal with the snow, but
yeah,
the heat's kind of the opposite for us. You know what I mean? So I really kind of. There's some weekends where I'm not doing nothing. I'm not gonna go sit out in 115 and try to hang out with people and drive my car around.
Yeah, car shows are not pleasant when it's not hot.
So. Congratulations, you're recently engaged.
Yep.
Right?
She was going to come today, but then she had projects to do. I was like, oh, come on.
I figured. My wife was asking. I was like, she says, oh, he didn't bring his wife. And I'm like, well, it's his fiance now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she probably, you know, everybody's got odd schedules or things to do. And, you know, so.
wanted to join, but then she's like, well, I got these many projects to do, so.
Yeah, I probably would have put the projects on the back burner if I was like, oh, we're taking the Hellcat today? Okay, yeah. I'll do this later. I'll go.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't have to twist my arm.
Yeah. So yeah, recently engaged. Yeah, 2020's been a crazy year, man. It's been good, but it's been a lot of bad too.
Right.
But I've been blessed. I mean,
I'm super glad that you stuck with the Challenger platform. Yeah. You know, because I thought you were going to go with the Charger.
I was kind of close, man. I thought about switching it up, but to me this looks like just totally different.
And I'm like it's a one-off color, honestly.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean? Like it's not your standard. Like I don't know if you know, it's like almost like exhaust sounds. Like sometimes the cameras just don't do the car's justice on the color.
Totally.
But those offset on these new wheels, man.
Yeah,
that is crazy, man. The concave of those things.
You know, it's interesting. I was wondering if you could tell the difference in handling.
Can you?
Yeah, I can actually tell.
Really?
I mean, obviously these are new tires compared to my big four ones, but yeah, on turns it definitely handles better than my Scat Pack did.
That's awesome, man.
I'm loving it, man. I got a lot of things I want to do to it, but just got to decide what it is. And
first thing I could tell you, regardless of where you live, you're gonna have to get some window tint on that thing.
100%. That might be actually the first thing.
Yeah, window tint, and then, you know, just go ahead and take it in and get that mid muffler delete done, because you want to hear it. For the amount of money and the biggest change, like the tint, night and day. Like it looks like a different car to me. And then obviously with the mid muffler delete, bang for the buck. Best modification.
You have a mid muffler delete?
Mid muffler, catback 3-inch. So I'm 3-inch all the way back. And you know, I went through the whole cutout phase. I thought that was going to be cool. Then I went to Vegas and first speed bump, it smashed it, messed it up, and then we did not enjoy that trip coming back for 5 hours because that thing had a mind of its own. Then it would just open, close, open, rattle. Sounded like I was driving a drag car half the time, you know.
It sounded like a good idea. Man. I would have done the same thing.
It was, you know, I wanted to try it. Like it's just one of those things, trial and error.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
You never know until you try. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, I'm excited, honestly, to see, because I know you're always kind of innovating things, trying to come up with stuff on the cars, you know. And I'm gonna flip this thing around here and go to his channel, check it out. He's an awesome dude. I'll put all of his links in the description. I always put his names at the bottom because I know everybody doesn't go to the end of the video and actually look up the description.
Which you should do.
Yes.
Do that.
And watch the whole video, right?
Yes. Exactly.
So he's got a lot of great content. You had a video hit 1 million views, right?
I know, man. Isn't
that crazy?
It's crazy.
So
I don't even know
that's
why.
what we talk about, like YouTube being a beast, right? You would think you got a video with 1 million views. Why doesn't your channel blow up?
I
right?
Know, man. Yeah, I'm only at 7,500.
You say only.
I know.
Like you had to work for every one of those.
I did.
You know what I mean? Like that's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations on that. Because like just since I've been watching your channel, you've went from 6,000 to almost 8,000 already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's huge. So it's growing. I think this is going to be the next step. Like this thing, this thing's going to blow. And your fiance recently got a Range Rover.
Yeah, she got it about a year and a half ago. Yeah. Yeah. So we've been making a little bit.
And that thing's an awesome ride too.
Yeah, she loves
Any plans for that?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I might make like an update video on it. But I think mod-wise, she wants to keep it pretty stock.
We're gonna start doing some stuff to my wife's car. You know, I can't just keep doing all the stuff to my car. I'm gonna have to upgrade Mama's car a little bit. You know, we got some tires and wheels hiding in the garage right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna have some little sneak peeks of that, and she's picking out wrap colors. So I think we're gonna wrap her car.
I'm excited.
You know,
it's
maybe
the Impala, right?
Yeah, it is the Impala. And you know, that thing's kind of a unique, you know, it's got the like the Rolls Royce interior. It's got the white on black, which is kind of, somebody ordered it like that and then didn't want it. So it was kind of a win for us because we got a good deal on it because somebody, you know, the dealer paid to have that made like that. And, but
man, that's gorgeous. I love that interior. I remember that car. You
yeah.
showed the video a few months ago.
Yeah, I actually, that car, I love cruising that car. You know what I mean? That thing's it's a big bodied car too, and that's kind of our family ride, and that thing is great to cruise in. Not as fun as the Hellcat, but don't tell her that. What got you into Dodge?
I would say the Hellcat.
Yeah?
To be completely honest. Yeah, like I mean, I always saw Dodge before and stuff, but when I remember seeing it at the Utah Auto Expo in January of 2015. It was black. I remember it was like behind Grove.
And do they have that in Salt Lake City? They have the expo that comes there?
Yeah, they do. Every January they have an expo there. I don't know about this year, but or this next year.
Right.
But yeah, I saw it there, man. It was black, and obviously the news reports were coming out.
Sure. The hype, right?
Oh, so much hype.
Like it was a game changer when that came out.
It was, and it still kind of is.
Yes.
I mean, even 5 years later. And so when I saw that, I was like, I gotta have a Hellcat, and that's really what started the whole process. And,
right.
That's what got me in the Scat Pack and what it is.
But
now.
5 years ago, like I like asking that because like you're talking about it 5 years ago, that's what got you into it, right? And now you're at that point.
I know.
Right? It wasn't something that like, oh, I want to get into Hellcats, and 5 years ago you went out and bought one.
No. Yeah.
Like you've manifested this whole journey into, you know what I mean, this last week and finally accomplishing that. And like that's huge, you know, because a lot of people talk.
Yeah.
Like they're always talking, oh, I'm gonna get this, or I want to get that, I'm gonna get this, and then you see them 10 years later and they're, you know, still driving a 68 Volkswagen and stuff. You know, they just don't, I don't know, man, it's a lot of dedication and a lot of work, you know.
And I'm super grateful of the whole process. And really, like, the reason I've grown my YouTube is to be able to do stuff like this,
right?
And also show it off to the world. I mean,
right?
I hope to provide like useful information through my YouTube channel, so that potential buyers can be like, okay, you know, that answered my question. I know,
right? And you have a lot of great information, you know. And I'm a kind of like, I'm not really. If people ask me something, then I'll tell them. But but like as far as information, like on my side of it, like I love taking people for rides, you know, because I meet a lot of people with Hellcats. But they're like, oh, I'm not taking them in my car, or I don't like people in my car, or this or that. And I'm like, no, man, get in. Let's go. Like, I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What I like about Hellcat owners is when they go out and they drive them. I mean,
yeah.
You know, like, they're not meant to be in the garage.
No.
People keep them in there.
No.
But you got to go out and enjoy it. If you have a car like this, it shouldn't be babied.
No.
Go out and go for an 8-hour.
Everything is rebuildable.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, you know, I'm no spring chicken, and I've had a lot of older cars, and like, you pull the motor out, you rebuild it, you make it bigger, better, badder, whatever you want. You put it back in there, right? You just keep driving it. Like I can't see myself, I'm the same way, spending this kind of money just to have it sit in my garage and be like, oh yeah, I got a Hellcat. Come in the garage and look at it. I'm like, no man, let's go for a ride, get in. You got to experience this, you know? And that fuels it. Like the next generation of car people, like, you know, I have teenagers and 20-year-olds and stuff like that are into cars, and like when I see that younger generation and I take them for a ride, like I can see it on their face.
You fast is fast, you know.
Yeah. No, these cars are fast.
Yeah.
No, these are no joke. I love the double scoops. Like that's one thing I like about the new bodies. Like besides the wide body, it's growing on me. Like I wasn't like a super fan at the beginning.
I agree with you.
But like as I see more of them, like they're growing on me.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did like was the hood difference with the double scoop. Like I love that.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, when the wide body first came out, I'm like, they just slapped some fenders on there.
Right,
it looks kind of weird.
And they were doing that Walking Liberty kit like before that, you know what I mean? It was super expensive.
I remember that, yeah.
And I actually thought about doing that, and I'm like, then I seen the process, and I'm like, I'm not cutting my car apart.
Yeah.
Like you have to completely cut your car apart to put that on there.
So much, yeah. I figure we'll hit the freeway.
Yeah, hit the freeway, then come back in or whatever. Yeah, great. Yeah, we'll do the same thing. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
we'll drive back to Salt Lake City. Yeah, go ahead and go home. I'll be back and I'll fly out.
Yeah, I'll see you.
I want to ride in this new Hellcat for a while.
That's how I might feel when I get into your car. That's for sure.
No, I love it.
Man, yeah, the sound is definitely something new to me.
This is my first 2020 wide body Challenger Hellcat ride.
Okay.
I got to tell you.
Let's
yeah,
see.
I'm excited.
Hopefully it's impressive. But the tire slipped a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, they get a little squirrely, huh? You can feel it. I gotta hang out with the left handle so I can grab the oh shit handle there. It's my favorite. This is my favorite thing in the car. That's what I always ask. If I get in a fast car, I'm like, this car got oh shit handle.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta have it. If you have a fast car, you gotta have that feature.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, you can already hear the whine a little bit. So, was that a big transition? You know what I mean for you? Like listening to that.
It was.
How do you feel about it?
I love it. I mean, that's another thing that I'm like, even if, because my biggest hesitation with getting a Hellcat was I was thinking, is it really going to be that much quicker, like 0 to 60 in the Scat Pack? Because traction,
right.
You know, physics kind of come
like you can go 0 to 60 sitting in one spot in this car, real fast.
Yeah.
Just burning the tires.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in one exact spot. And
yes.
so the biggest thing, I was like, I hope it's a little bit different. And to me, that whine is, I wouldn't say that makes it worth it. It kind of does, but it definitely makes it a different type of experience that you just don't get in the Scat Pack. And so I'm happy with the fact that it has that whine. Do you like the sound?
I love it.
I don't know of anybody that doesn't.
Like I need a sign on my dash that says the only whine I want to hear is coming from my car.
That is a good sound. That's a good bumper sticker or dash sticker. You gotta make that.
That's the next shirt.
I'm gonna buy it from you if you sell that. You already got a customer.
I got a Fstgato t-shirt in the car for you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I brought one.
Dude, I wish I had a Swayze shirt. I only have one.
It's all right,
for
man.
me and my fiance. I should make more.
I made like 20 or 30, and like
Dude, I'd love to have
I've never charged anybody for a shirt.
Can I pay you for it?
No.
At least like,
I'm gonna give you one.
At least like $10, man.
No, man, you drove here.
Hey, so did you.
I don't. No, man, I gave it like it's a big deal for me, you know what I mean? Because it's like I think it's cool. Like if somebody's gonna wear my shirt,
yeah,
I'm not gonna charge
I'm
you.
Definitely
That's free advertising.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you got that on, somebody's gonna be like, hey, what's Fstgato TV?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, hey, that's my buddy on YouTube.
I love your channel name too. I think it's you don't have to always have a Hellcat if you expand to it, but you're also not limited to.
I think that like having the Fstgato name, obviously that was for the car.
Yeah.
And then like everybody calls me that just because that's what I call the car, so it just kind of got incorporated, which I don't mind. Or everybody calls me Gato. Like I respond to it. Like I'm so used to it. Like that's my name now. You know, it's kind of like so. I kind of fall into different things, or I don't know so much. Like I didn't want it to be specific to just one thing, because I like doing the family stuff. I like doing the car stuff, and having the kids be able to incorporate, regardless of what their car is. Like I'm about the culture, not about the car. Like I'm not like, oh no, son, that's not a Hellcat. You can't put that on my channel. You know what I mean? I don't want to deter them from that.
Just like your last video with your son with the LS.
Oh, dude, he loves it. Dude, they're all about the LS right now. It's got the old school V8 in it.
Is that a V8 in it?
It is a V8. He loves that car too. And I think that's why I threw the TV on the end of it, because you can watch whatever you want on TV.
Yeah.
So I didn't want it to be specific to anything or limit myself to, you know, I know people always talk about, oh, well, you need to stick to one niche or niche or whatever they call it. And I'm like, you know, I always tell people either you can watch it or you can not watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not for everybody.
That's why I always like to try to mix it up too, because it's kind of boring to just watch the same car over and over. You gotta switch it up. You gotta have something different, and you know, you never know what new audience you'll find from the new video that you put out. So.
Right, and I think I run across people too that like that normally probably wouldn't have watched something like that, but they're like, you know, they might like you. I gotta even stop for a minute. I'm like, whoa. Got me sitting back in the seat a little bit here. And it's always different. So like you drive this car, right?
Driving is different. Yeah.
Has your fiance drove this car yet?
She drove it like 20 feet.
Really?
Yeah, like 20
that
feet
was
from
it?
like parking. Yeah, because she's worried to drive it. Although she said already she likes driving this one more in the Scat Pack because the pedal isn't as sensitive. For some reason, the Scat Pack pedal, man, you put it down.
And it didn't have a pedal commander or anything like that in it?
No.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's like super sensitive, and I don't get why. And so she's already like more comfortable driving, more horsepower than.
My wife loves driving my car.
Does she?
Yeah. Like I always give her crap, and I give her crap in my videos too, because I'm always like, she's always a cop when she's sitting over here, like even on this road trip. I love you, babe, but you know I'm gonna do this. But yeah, she's always a cop. She's like, oh, that looks like a cop. Nope, slow down. Nope, quit doing that. And then I'm like, well, why don't you drive for a minute? She gets over there and she's like, whoa! everywhere.
As
You
you're
know what I
grabbing the
mean?
handle.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, whoa, slow down a minute. She's like, just let me drive. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I think that's funny because I think it's just something about getting behind the wheel of one of these cars that kind of makes you want to turn into a race car driver.
For sure, you feel so in command.
And I love the interior of this thing, man. It's
Thanks, man.
it's you know, I see little things like a lot of these buttons and stuff are the same down here. I think the layout of this might be a little different.
Yeah.
You still got the 200 on the dash though, right?
Yeah,
Got to have that. No up edging here.
No, that was my favorite thing. I sat in, I'm like, oh, it goes to 200.
Oh, this is different. I like that.
Oh, the SRT?
Yeah, it's red. Mine's black and chrome, so
really?
that's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
So like you're saying, I think I might have to get you a little Christmas gift or something here. The little red things to break up the interior a little bit.
Yeah, I might do that same lighting I did on the inside with the red light. I really like how it looked on the.
So is that just a strip that you like?
It's a strip, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You just tuck it in there?
Yeah,
I've seen that in a couple cars.
And I plugged it into the footwell light. Just wired it to there, so every time the headlights go on or the footwell light,
they automatically come on and off with it. Wow, that's actually good to know. Yeah, so just took a ride in Swayze's brand new 2020 Widebody Hellcat Challenger here. This is a one-off color, so I don't know if anybody's seen this thing, but you know, even though I drive a Hellcat, like when you get in somebody else's car, like what do you got on this thing? Like 800 miles now?
Yeah, it's about.
Right. Like you can still smell the brand new gas burning in it. Like it's crazy. This thing is beautiful. I really do appreciate you taking me for a ride in it.
Thank you, man.
And you know, it's a great opportunity for me. Like it's my first Widebody Hellcat ride, and I know people, like I haven't had the opportunity. I just haven't been able to link up with them and do that ride along. So you're the first. So that's a big deal for me, man.
Of course. If you're ever in town again,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm down.
You're gonna be coming to AZ because we're gonna be putting some track stuff on. I got a buddy that's gonna be doing some of that stuff, and you know, you're already here, right?
Yeah.
You're in the Hellcat phase now. Yeah, so you're gonna like, even if you don't have a Hellcat, like bring your Scat Packs, V6s, like that. I think that's kind of our goal. Is we're trying to put events together that the everyday person could bring their car out and do, and not break the bank.
There's always someone faster. There's always someone pouring more money into it.
Yeah.
No way to
you will never have the fastest car. Just accept it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a fast car, but you will not have the fastest car.
100%.
That's not my goal. I do not want to take the drivability away from it. I'm going to make my goal is to make the fastest Hellcat on 91 octane gas that I can make. I'm not changing the octane. No. It's not going to happen. All right, Fstgato fam, we're going to close this video out. Got my guy Swayze out here. Got to go for a ride in his badass 2020 Widebody Hellcat. You see the Gato out here. He's doing his work right now, getting some cinematic stuff. You know, he's pretty good at those video edits. I got to step up my game here when it comes to doing some of these edits here. He gave me some tidbits today though, so hopefully I might be trying a couple different things here. So I do appreciate that. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go over and follow Swayze's channel. Like I said, I'll have the link down in the description and in the video. You know, time is the most valuable thing. I always tell you that, and I talked to him about it too. He made a 3-hour drive to come and meet me over here at a central location in Utah today. Green River of all places. Like, you know, I don't even know what Green River is famous for, but I'm sure it's something. But, you know, I'm sure he didn't mind driving that beautiful car here. He was just looking for a reason, I think, to get on the road and put some miles on that thing. But he got to go for a ride in the Gato today. What'd you think about that?
Almost had a heart attack, man. My heart's still racing.
You can't, you know, I always tell people that you can explain it to them, right? But until you do it, you can't, you know.
Totally different experience.
The next ride along with you, you're going to be past the break-in period. So I'll be the one hanging on tight.
100%,
right?
man.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, go back, check out. It's a great channel. He does great content, great how-to things, and I can't wait to see what he does with this new car. But like always, man, you guys, you know, there's still a lot of things going on. Politics, this pandemic, all this stuff, man. You know, just keep pushing through it. Stay positive, love one another, and have a blessed week, man. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.